I'll film the process and bring you all along with me. Now, this month's tournament is a slot fish tournament. If you watch my Catfish Derby video from July, that video, it was basically our 22 longest fish over the course of the weekend. This month's tournament, it is still 22 fish that we can submit, but 20 out of the 22 have to be 24 inches or less. So this is basically a small fish tournament. I mean, yeah, you want your 2 overslot fish to be as long as possible, but the bulk of your score is going to be made up of those small fish. So that's what I'm going to focus on. Now, I hope to be able to start fishing tonight, y'all. This tournament starts at midnight and runs through 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. I don't know if I'm going to get to or not. We got some scattered storms in the area. They're supposed to kind of dissipate through the night, and tomorrow morning is going to be fine, but I'd really like to spend as much time as possible fishing the nighttime hours to avoid the heat and also just avoid the pleasure boat traffic. But I don't know if I'm going to get to or not. But my plan is to go out, I'm going to work some flats, and I'm going to work some secondary channels. And I'm going to get out there with chicken breast, have downsized hooks, and try to catch as many of them small fish as I can. I'm going to be drifting and trolling, depending on the current situation. I'll have 3 rods that are downsized, and I'm going to keep 1 rod, just my regular, normal baits that I use to try to, get those 2 overslot fish. But the bulk of my time and the bulk of my efforts is going to be spent just getting after them small fish. That's what you got to do. I mean, you just got to sort through as many fish as you can to try to get them as close to that 24-inch line without going over. I know there's a perception in slot fish tournaments that it kind of levels the playing field, if you will. And on paper, it looks that way because the scores at the top of the leaderboard are much closer together. Nobody can really run away with it in a slot fish tournament. But in reality, that's not really true. In our normal tournaments, which are either 2 big fish or 3 big fish over our month-long, in those tournaments, a person can kind of get lucky, right? I mean, you can be the worst fisherman in the world and be right place, right time, and get you 2 big fish and win the thing. And this kind of tournament, a slot fish tournament, you ain't gonna get lucky that many times. I know everybody thinks, well, yeah, I catch 24-inch fish all the time. In reality, you don't. You catch some 22-inch, some 23-inch, some 26, 27, etc. I fished the Yak Tribe tournament last year and the year before. Man, I never caught so many 25-inch fish in my life as I did when I was out there trying to get 24-inchers. So in order to be successful in this kind of tournament, you really got to catch a lot of fish and just keep sorting through those small ones to try to, like I said, maximize your score there on the slot. So this kind of tournament, while it seems like it levels the playing field, really it swings the pendulum the other direction toward the guys who are really good fishermen and can go out and catch a ton of fish. So I'm gonna give it my best shot this weekend, and we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm gonna bring you all along with me, good, bad, or ugly. We'll see how I do. Y'all wish me luck. Okay, it is time to get the party started. It's about 6 a.m. right now. After I filmed that intro last night, I looked at radar. It wasn't looking good, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to chance it. I'm not going to go out there and sit in the rain for small fish. I'll do it for big fish. I ain't going to do it for the small ones. So I went and got a good night's sleep and decided I'm going to get up early this morning and get at it. So like I said, it's a little before 6 a.m. right now, and I'm about to get baited up. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to take small pieces of chicken breast, and I've got these on my bass rods. Basically, this is what I use to catch bait with. My skipjack white bass rods. I've just taken those to, try to make it a little bit more fun catching small fish this weekend. When you're going for 24-inch and under fish like we're doing, for this derby here, this is that's some really small fish. And the tackle I use, while it's a little bit lighter action than a lot of the catfish gear out there, it's still a little too heavy for those size fish. So I've got some just 3/0 mustad circle hooks here. And again, guys, I've said it in other videos where you've seen me using chicken breast. Wash your hands good. Don't be putting it up to your mouth after you've been handling raw chicken. That's a recipe for disaster there. But that's it, guys. I've got that just on basically a downsized Carolina rig, small piece of chicken breast. And we'll do it like I do my regular fishing. I'm just going to be drifting and trolling. I don't have any current out here right now, so I'm going to start out trolling. And then as the morning goes on and the current flow picks up, I'll start drifting. But I'm gonna do a 3-rod setup with the chicken breast, and then on this back rod back here, I'm gonna have 1 rod baited up with, I've got a white bass head to put on here. So I do need 2 fish as big as I can get them this weekend for my 2 overslot fish. We'll send that one down, and I'm gonna start out working. Get the line untangled there. I'm gonna start out working off of a flat, and I'm gonna make my way down the channel here and see what I can get. Hopefully I get on some fish, and I'll just keep making my way up and down along this flat. If I'm not getting any fish here, or not getting enough fish, in my opinion, well, then I'll move, and I'll go downstream, hit a secondary channel, and see what I can get into there. But the theme of this weekend is basically just going to be keep moving. Just cover as much water as I can, and just try to, like I said in the intro, try to catch as many fish as I can to be able to sort through the small ones. So let me get finished baited up here, and we'll get to it. Go fish on. Fish number 1. Didn't take long, y'all. Maybe 5 minutes. I basically got baited up, got spun around here, got myself on that, right on that break line of the drop. Started making my way down through here. Got this one on. I'm going to be just running 1 camera this weekend, y'all. Oh, got me soaking wet first thing. Oh, goodness. But I'm going to be just running 1 camera because I'm going to have to, like I said, sort through all these fish this weekend. I'm probably going to have to end up actually, that one got hit too. I'm probably going to have to at least take pictures of 50 plus fish, probably closer to 100 fish this weekend as I get my limit and cull, and get rods getting hit everywhere. But I don't want to be fooling with the second camera while I'm doing that. So let me get this one landed here. I tell you, we got rods going down everywhere. That's what I want to see. Oh, let's leave that one set in a minute. We got this one hooked up. It's going to be like this all weekend long, y'all. You know, a lot of times you see me in the videos, my rods are getting pecked. People make comments all the time. Well, you were talking to the camera and that rod was getting hit. It's just small fish. You know, it's these small dinks like this one right here. Just, you know, fish that's too small to eat my normal size baits and get a 8/0 size hook in its mouth. But when you've got little pieces of a small bait and a small hook, fish like this can get hooked up. Even got my bait back on that one. Yeah, that one right there, that's only 15 inches, so I'm not even going to fool with that. I'll drop that bait back down before I land this other one over here. Alright, y'all, there's that one. Let's get a length on him here for reference. Yeah, that one's 27 inches right there. It's way too big. One on here too. Couldn't even get my other rod baited here, and this is hooked up. Oh goodness. That's what we don't want to see right there. That's too small. But again, y'all, this right here, when you all see my rods getting pecked at and stuff, and you know, fish not hooked up in my regular videos, it's these little things. They just get down there and go to town on your bait and can't do anything with it, but they'll peck at it and gnaw at it and get pieces of it off there and not get hooked up. Fish on. Alright guys, first measurable fish. That one is 22 1/4. So just need me about 19 more of that size or slightly bigger. Fish on. This one here's going to be a little better, I think. Look at that rod pin. Need to loosen my drag, I guess. Keep my drag locked down. When I'm fishing with skipjack, I like to horse them in. If you don't, then skipjack will throw the hook. But today, since I might accidentally hook into one that's yeah, there we go. Since I might accidentally hook into a big one on this light tackle, I better keep my drag a little looser. I need to loosen them others too. Look at there. Got a double on, and that other rod's getting hit back there. I'm gonna set that in back. We'll deal with this bigger one here. It's fun, y'all. Okay, let's set that in back and pick up, because that's that. Oh, he didn't hook up. Man, this is fun, y'all. Let me reel this one in right quick. We'll let that tire himself out while I get this one. Y'all, I don't know how many of these fish you're going to see, because this video will be 3 hours long if I show all the fish I'm going to catch this weekend, so I'm going to have to edit most of them out, but it has just been non-stop here. And that's how it goes with chicken breast. You don't need to add no garlic powder or Kool-Aid or any of that other crap. Just straight chicken breast, and you'll catch the heck out of these small fish. 21.5 inches. That's more what I'm looking for. All right, now let's land this little bit bigger one here. There we go, y'all. Biggest one of the morning. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Look right there. Look right there. That one's hooked up on that head. That one's on that white bass head. Yeah, that one. That one there ain't as big as this one, so we'll get him squared away first. Alright, y'all, let's let him go. He just pooped out that shell right there. And got poop all down my flip-flop. Guess he S-H-I-T on me, didn't he? There's the one that ate that head. Yeah, it's about 25 inches. Now in this tournament, you have to pinch the tail of the fish down, because in the Yak Tribe tournament, man, there were people that would take a fish like this and spread its forked tail as far apart as they could to try to make it fit on the 24 inches. So this one, when you got them on the board, this one's not going to behave, but you got to pinch the tail down to get the maximum length out of them. And so this one's going to be well beyond the 24 inches. All right, let's get these baits back down there and catch some more. I can't hardly keep all these lines in the water, y'all. Let that one go, pick up on this one. Look right there, guys. That is a little piebald catfish. Just a fish with a pigment disorder. That's the second one I've caught in my life. I caught one in North Carolina when I went over and took a trip with Zach Royce, and now this one. That is that's cool, man. It's easier to catch 40-50 pounders than it is to catch one of these. That is awesome. Hold him up there so I can get a good picture. Yeah, he's only 16 inches long, but that right there is cool, man. Alright, let's let him go get big. See you, buddy. There's a fish. He hit it as soon as I dropped down, y'all. I just rebaited. As soon as I dropped it down, he hit it. Oh, this rod's going down too. There goes that one. got rods going down everywhere. Right, there's that. Let him sit there while we land this one. Triple. We got a triple on. Set him back. I'm gonna work on this one. I've got this one up here to the surface. He'll probably be one that I'm able to measure for the tournament. This one here is probably gonna be too big. I don't know about that one. Let me set him back. Now let's work on this one. There's that one. There goes that one. Oh, that one didn't hook up. I guarantee you, he's after it again. He's after it again. I guarantee you if I had 6 more rods in the water right now, I'd have 6 more fish on. I'm just on a pile of them right now. Yeah, that one there's about 26 inches, so too long for our needs. Let me land this other one here. All right, there's the third one of the triple there. He's a little too long too. That's the one, buddy. That's the one. Man. Oh man, that's a good fish, guys. That's a good one right there. I was trying to submit my other fish into the Tourney X app, and this one just nailed it. That's on that white bass head. Getting all these fish submitted in the app is kind of a pain because there's so many, you know. Trying to stay on top of it best I can. Oh yeah. Oh man, he's still taking drag. I think he's got this other rod over here. I don't think that's a fish on there. I think it's this fish that's got it. He's going to end up with all these rods before it's said and done. This right here, that's why I wanted one rod with a big bait on there, just in case. Even though I'm fishing areas that are, you know, I'm really looking to get small fish, you just never know. Never know. I've got a boat coming here. I got to be cool. I'm gonna have all of my rods in a damn tangled mess before this one's said and done. So these boaters, they always stop and watch you when you got all your rods tangled up. You think, look at that idiot in the kayak's got every one of his lines tangled. That's a big flathead. Big flathead. And he does have every one of my lines. What a mess this is going to be. I'm going to have to just start over. Just cut everything and start over. Alright guys, let's bring this tank in. Look at that, man. I was not expecting this, man. Like I said, I kept that one rod with a big bait on there just in case, because I'm drifting areas that are, I mean, you always got a chance coming down through here. Anytime you work on a flat, a drop off, a main channel ledge, fish like this could be cruising. Look at that. Look at it. Man, that's awesome. Look at that thing, man. That is a fat, heavy fish. All right. May get him here on this board. We'll get a quick length on him. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to zoom in on the pics to get a accurate length on him there. It's somewhere between 43 and 44 inches though. So this is going to be my second biggest flathead of the year, just based on length. Not sure on weight, but I'm gonna tell you that thing's heavy. Look at that. Let's let him go. All right, guys, I ain't got a second camera with me today, so we're going to use the phone on the release shot. All right, Mr. Flatty, you were an absolute blast. You have made a mess of my lines, and I don't even mind. There she goes. Caught her breath and off she goes. All right, guys, it's about 1:30 right now. I just got back to the launch. I have caught a ton of fish this morning. I mean, it's just one fish after another after another. I'm kind of regretting my decision to commit myself to filming this because that's kind of the same reason I don't like filming ultralight videos. You just catch so many fish. It takes forever to sort through and edit all the footage. But like I said, I caught a ton of fish. I'm in pretty good shape for this tournament right now. I've got my limit and then some. I probably caught, I don't know, 50, 75 fish out there today. But most of them, that big school of dinks I was on, most of them were in that 14 to 18 inch range. So, you know, with this slot limit being 24 inch max fish, I only had, of all those fish I caught, I only caught one that went between 23 and 24 inches. So I've got some work to do on that end, but my overslot, man, I got that huge flathead, over 43 inches, so that put me in good shape for it. So I need one more overslot, and then I just need to upgrade some of my slot fish, and I'm going to be in good shape in this tournament. So I'm going to go home, get some rest. Don't know if I'll get back out this evening or not. It's supposed to be some storms in the area, and we'll just kind of see how I feel. At the very least, I'll probably try to go out and get some bait so I can hit it tomorrow morning. I'll probably just do my regular fishing tomorrow morning, trying to find big fish, maybe just put out like one rod for small fish, just to try to, like I said, upgrade some of those slot fish that I got there that's in that 17, 18 inch range. So overall though, guys, it's been a great morning out here. It couldn't have went any better as far as I'm concerned. All right, guys, well, if you have watched to this point in the video, you probably feel like you have survived waterboarding at Guantanamo. That knocking sound was just torture. I apologize for that. I apparently left my external battery cord too close to the camera mount, and every time the kayak moved, it was just hitting that mount and transferring up into the mic, so I apologize for that. If I wasn't my own cameraman, I'd fire myself for it. But anyway, guys, though, I didn't end up going back out on Saturday night. I waited till Sunday morning to go out, and I basically just tried to focus on more on big fish, but just keeping one rod out with the chicken breast, looking for smaller fish to try to upgrade on my underslot. But I was really hoping to hook into a bigger fish for the overslot, and I got a couple of them. Here they are. Go, fish on, fish on. Boy, he's pulling, ain't he? He spun the kayak and was gone. This right here is going to be a decent fish, I believe. Don't know how big he is yet, but decent. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to get the morning started, man. Look at that. There he is. Oh. All right, guys, let's bring him in. That's a good fish. That's a real good fish. All right, y'all, look at that. Nice fish to start the morning, man. Nice fish. Let's throw him here on the board. Get a quick length on him. Yeah, that one's gonna go, so counting right there, about 37 1/4. Good fish. Crap. Well, he gone. Won't be measuring him for the tournament. Dang. Popped off that board before I could get the picture. Fish on. Fish on. Sitting there watching a funny video on the internet, and this fish took off on the chicken breast. Guys, this is a little better fish here now. On a daggone piece of chicken breast. think this is going to be a pretty good fish. I know it's tough for me to tell with it being on light tackle, but I think it's going to be probably the biggest one I ever got on chicken breast. Oh, he is not hooked good, guys. He is not hooked good at all. I gotta get him in quick. Alright guys, there he is. Not a bad fish. Definitely the biggest one I've ever caught on chicken breast. I'm thankful to get him too, because that hook was just barely in him. That was a small hook I'm using there for the small fish. And nice. I'll take it. Let me get him on this board here. We'll get a length on him. That's another one there that's about 37.25, 37.5. Another good fish. All right, there he is. Looks like he's about 37.25, 37.5. I actually got some pictures of that one for the overslot portion of my tournament, so. He's mad. Let's let him go. Get on out here, you old angry thing. He's ready to go. Well, y'all, those two fish there that you saw was pretty much it for Sunday. I mean, I caught a bunch more fish, but they were either too small to replace what I had already caught the day before, or they were a little bit too long to count for the slot portion of this tournament. But I ended up putting in a score of 483 3/4 inches, which was good enough for the win. I pulled off first place in this thing. I won, I think it's $127 and some change there, which ain't bad, man. Anytime you go out and make some money going fishing, that's a good time. And catching fish on light tackle, that's a lot of fun. I mean, even those small fish, 24 inches and less on the bass tackle there, they were a good time. It was a lot of fun. I had a good time in this tournament, and you know, thankful to pull off the win. So thank you all for sitting through this video and through the knocking sound. I know it was relentless there for that first 15-20 minutes of the video. I appreciate you sacrificing there for me. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.